Well, hello everyone, and welcome to week 7. We are making it happen. You are doing all the things as scholars and educators. I thank you so much for everything you're pouring into this class in the midst of your busy lives, and we are almost there. We're doing the darn thing. Let's take a look at our week ahead together. This week, we're going to explore some topics related to character education in the 21st century, specifically related to social media and digital citizenship. So I'm excited for you to dive into some really interesting resources this week. You'll start out by viewing a video related to incorporating social media into education, generally speaking. And then you'll have an opportunity to look at 2 articles related to digital citizenship in particular. This week's discussion board question allows you to think about how digital citizenship fits into the larger context of effective character education in general, as well as to think about, whose responsibility is it really to monitor students' use of technology and social media. A lot of times those lines between school and not at school, whether that's students using social media at home or in other places, but the choices that they're making might be impacting things related to the school setting. Whose responsibility is that? What does that look like? And then how can educators work with parents to teach digital citizenship a little bit more explicitly and proactively? So very excited to hear what you think about that hot topic this week. And then just as a reminder, your character and ethics in education research paper is going to be due this Sunday night by 11:59 p.m. If you're interested in a full breakdown of the actual instructions for this assignment, please feel free to click the link to access the assignment directions, and or please feel free to access last week's video because I do a pretty long verbal breakdown of everything related to the assignment in particular. This week, wanted to make sure to focus on the fact again that this assignment is required to go through OWL. That's what you signed up for the very first week of class. That was assignment number 1, was just to submit a screenshot that you're all registered and ready to go. So everybody should be good in that regard. Once you have a draft of your paper, you're going to submit that to OWL hopefully at the beginning part of the week, because there is a 2 to 3 day turnaround for feedback. So please go ahead and plan that accordingly so that you're able to make a timely submission by this Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Let's go ahead and just take a little closer look this week in our video at the grading criteria for this particular assignment. So again, last week's video has the instruction breakdown. This week's video will take a look at the grading criteria. All right, so first part, you're going to identify the individual who contributed to the body of research on character education and ethical decision making. A highly developed response includes you identifying that individual, offering robust evidence and support for your ideas. So why is this person actually fit to be called an influential individual in the realm of character education? Next criteria explains the importance of character education in schools broadly and connects the individual's contribution to this idea. So here, you're generally going to explain the importance of character education in schools and integrate your individual's contributions to this idea, supporting details with scholarly evidence that's embedded throughout your response there. You'll also be identifying a possible framework that could be adopted in support of the identified character education person/program, whatever they're linked to in your paper. And so you can kind of thoroughly present that framework for consideration. You'll justify the teaching of ethics, morals, and values in education. And you can see that highly developed criteria there that you're thoroughly and professionally justifying why we should be teaching this in classrooms. What is the rationale for that, taking up those precious instructional minutes? And then finally, a category related to writing style and language mechanics, as we always have, as well as APA format, which we always have. So blessings on that endeavor. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me throughout the week. I'm here to support you in that. And before we sign off for week 7, just want to go back to our Christian character moment of the week, if you will, and just want to invite you to join me in contemplating our Christian message this week. So, Galatians 5:22 through 23, this is one of my personal favorites. It says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self control. Against such things there is no law." And for me, I think it's interesting to consider this passage among all of the different frameworks that we've been looking at for character education in the secular realm. And I think that it's interesting to see how in the Bible, there really is kind of a biblical roadmap for character education and integrity and those types of things. And it would be wrapped up in some of those competencies, if you will, that you see here. So just want to invite you this week to join me as I seek to share these competencies with the folks that I serve. Want to invite you to do the same and think about opportunities this upcoming week where you might be able to shine a light, if you will, through the demonstration of these particular qualities for the students and teachers and parents, guardians, all of those that you serve in this setting. I hope that you all have a wonderful week, and I look forward to interacting with you in the discussion boards. Take care.